Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're looking into a really interesting plant, one that's getting a lot of buzz in health circles and traditional medicine. It's called Bulbine Natalensis.
That's right, yeah, it's a succulent, mostly found down in southern Africa. Traditionally, people know it as ikuku or rue-wortel,
Okay.
and it's got this, long history of use for all sorts of things, wounds, burns, even digestive problems, and interestingly, as an aphrodisiac, too.
An aphrodisiac. Okay, so it's earned the nickname the aloe of South Africa.
Exactly, sort of points to its versatility.
So our goal here is to kind of unpack what the research actually says about it, maybe how it works, and probably most importantly, what you really need to keep in mind.
Yeah, and let's get this out right up front. This is crucial. While there's tradition and some fascinating lab research, there is no solid clinical evidence in humans supporting its use for any condition. None.
Right, so this is purely educational.
Absolutely. Educational, we're basing this on animal studies, cell studies, lab stuff. Not human trials, unless we specifically say otherwise.
Got it. Okay, so what makes it tick? What's inside this plant?
Well, according to the research, it's got a whole mix of compounds. Things like tannins and thraquinones, stuff plants often have for protection, but also other molecules like saponins and alkaloids. It's this chemical cocktail, basically.
And researchers think that's what gives it its effects.
That's the idea, yeah. Especially when you look at male reproductive health. Rat studies suggest a water extract from the stem might actually boost testosterone.
In the testes and the blood.
Both, yeah. And increase testes size, apparently, and even boost an enzyme linked to healthy sperm. Plus, raise levels of hormones like FSH and LH.
Wow. Okay. That sounds significant. How does that translate into, potential benefits then? Still in rats, I assume.
Still in rats, exactly. So in male rats, this extract seemed to boost testosterone, like we said, but also increase sexual behavior. Some studies even found it was more effective than Viagra at certain doses for just increasing activity.
More effective than Viagra in rats.
In rats, at specific doses for certain behaviors.
Yeah.
It also seemed to help with mating success and fertility by boosting libido and those reproductive hormones.
But there's a catch, right?
There is. A key one. These same studies showed it didn't change things like sperm motility or their shape or count. So it affected hormones and behavior, but not the sperm quality itself.
Okay, that's an important distinction. And it's not just hormones. You mentioned wound healing earlier.
Right, yeah. Separate line of research. Studies on pigs showed that a gel from the leaves helped wounds heal faster and maybe better compared to untreated ones.
How?
It seemed to increase collagen, proteins, and help build new tissue, fibrous tissue, muscle, that kind of thing.
Interesting. And antimicrobial properties, too.
Yep, in test tubes anyway. Certain compounds seem to stop toxic fungi like aspergillus and different bacteria from growing, things like staph E. coli.
But just in test tubes.
Just in test tubes. Crucially, this hasn't been shown to work against actual infections in animals or people. It's very early stage.
Okay. And one more potential plus antioxidants?
Yeah, the roots especially seem to have strong antioxidant activity. Some research even suggests it's comparable to vitamin E.
Which is a well-known antioxidant.
Exactly.
Okay, this all sounds quite promising in some ways, but we need to talk limitations and safety. This is where it gets critical, right?
Absolutely critical. Like we said, almost all the research is in animals. There's literally only one human study. We just don't have enough data to know the real impact on humans, long-term safety, or how it interacts with drugs.
And that one human study, what did it find?
It involved 36 healthy men, took it for 28 days. Based on their blood work, kidney, liver function, the standard checks, the supplement appeared safe in that short time frame.
Appeared safe. Blood.
But other research back in rats showed some potentially worrying signs. Increased cholesterol and triglycerides in the blood, lower good HDL cholesterol, and even signs pointing towards possible liver and kidney issues, like increased liver enzymes or enlarged organs. So that's a major red flag, even if it was in rats. It signals caution.
Definitely. So dosage, if it's not FDA approved, how does anyone figure that out?
Well, there's no official dose.
Yeah.
That human study used 325 milligrams twice a day. If you try to estimate from animal studies, you get numbers like maybe 360 milligrams for a 100-pound person, up to maybe 730 milligrams for 200 pounds. But
talk to your doctor.
Absolutely. You have to discuss this with a doctor. Don't guess.
And what about people who've actually tried it? Any common reports?
It's all anecdotal, of course, so take it with a huge grain of salt. But you hear varied things. Some people report increased libido, more energy, maybe better sleep. Others say they felt nothing.
Any negative effects?
Some report negative effects too, things like heart palpitations. Again, just stories, not proof of anything, but worth noting the range of experiences.
Okay, and this is a really important one, drug interactions.
Yes, huge point. Bulbine Natalensis could interact with certain medications. It might interfere with blood thinners, anticoagulants,
Oh.
and potentially even some antidepressants. So this is another major reason why talking to a healthcare professional before even considering it is non-negotiable.
Absolutely vital. And like with any supplement, quality matters.
For sure, you need a reputable source. Contaminants have been found in some products out there. You want to make sure you're getting what you think you're getting and that it's pure.
So putting it all together, how might someone think about Bulbine Natalensis in their, wellness approach? You compared it to aloe earlier.
Yeah, they're both succulents, both used traditionally for skin and wounds. But Bulbine natalensis has this whole other potential dimension related to male hormones and sexual health that aloe doesn't really have.
So it's about matching its potential profile with all the caveats to your specific needs and goals.
Exactly. And weighing those potential benefits against the significant unknowns and the potential risk we've talked about, it's complex.
It really is. It shows how these plants can have such varied effects, and you really need to look at the whole picture, the traditional use, the lab science, and especially the safety gaps.
Okay, so Bulbine natalensis, it's got this remarkable traditional background and some intriguing, though mostly preclinical science around wound healing, male reproductive health, antioxidants. So here's a thought to leave you with. How might understanding plants like this, through both old wisdom and modern research, maybe open up new ways for you to think about your own well-being?
But, and we have to end on this note, before you even think about trying any new herb or supplement like this, especially if you're on other meds or have health conditions, please talk to your doctor. Seriously, get personalized advice based on your health.
Crucial advice. Thanks for diving deep with us today.